Why does a player who keeps saving his team still get doubted? The answer is uncomfortable, and it explains everything about Raphinha's situation. From injuries and bench time to transfer rumors and fan criticism, he keeps fighting back. Today, we break down why one of Barcelona's hardest workers almost became their biggest mistake. Something strange has been happening around Raphinha for years. No matter how well he performs, his place always seems under threat. No matter how many goals or assists he produces, rumors about his departure return. And every transfer window, his name somehow ends up on the selling list. And the crazy part? He keeps proving everyone wrong. To understand why the situation feels so unfair, we need to go back to the difficult season he went through in 2024. Injuries kept stopping his momentum. First, he spent nearly a month out. When he returned, a teenage superstar, Lamine Yamal, had taken his position. Just when Raphinha started fighting his way back into the team, another injury hit, keeping him out again. When he finally returned, he was pushed to a different role just to make room for younger players. Most players would lose confidence after that. Raphinha did the opposite. During the Champions League knockout stages, he was often Barcelona's best performer. By the end of the season, he was producing more goals and assists per match than anyone else in the squad. Yet when the transfer window opened, Barcelona still looked ready to move on from him. Fans were excited about new signings, and suddenly Raphinha became the forgotten man. But this story didn't start in Barcelona. It started far away from Europe, in one of Brazil's toughest environments. Raphinha grew up in Restinga, a poor neighborhood where football isn't just a game, it's a possible escape from hardship. Unlike many Brazilian stars who joined big academies early, Raphinha was rejected by major local clubs. Coaches didn't see him as special. Some teams even removed him because he skipped school just to keep playing football. At one point, he couldn't even afford bus rides to training, forcing him to leave another team. So he played in Várzea Football Street and community tournaments known for rough conditions. No perfect grass pitches, no fancy equipment. Sometimes, no nets on the goals. Dust, heat, and chaos everywhere. Raphinha later explained that these matches felt like survival battles. Tempers exploded, threats happened, and pressure was constant. But those games built his mental toughness. If you survive that, a stadium full of fans becomes easy. Still, his path remained full of obstacles. At 16, while future stars were already playing in elite competitions, Raphinha was only just joining a small academy after moving far from home. Even there, coaches doubted him and suggested he return home because he was taking spots from local players. Eventually, discouraged and unsure about his future, he almost quit football. He even considered becoming a barber. But he gave it one last shot, joining a small club called Imbituba. That move slowly led him to Avaí, where he struggled again and was nearly pushed out. Then came the turning point. At a youth tournament in 2016, former Barcelona star Deco noticed him. Soon after, Raphinha moved to Portugal to play for Vitória de Guimarães. He was already 20 when he finally played his first professional season, much later than most top players. Yet he immediately surprised everyone, producing goals and assists regularly. Soon, bigger clubs noticed. Sporting CP signed him, but chaos at the club, including fan unrest and internal problems, made the environment unstable. Injuries also slowed him down again. Still, when he returned, he helped Sporting win domestic trophies before moving to French club Rennes. In France, he impressed again, scoring key goals and helping Rennes qualify for the Champions League for the first time in club history. But then came the move that changed everything Leeds United. Under Marcelo Bielsa, Raphinha became a Premier League star. His energy, pressing, creativity, and fearlessness made him Leeds' most dangerous player almost immediately. Fans loved him. But again, injuries struck. One heavy challenge led to serious internal bleeding, surgery, and months of recovery. Leeds struggled whenever he was absent, proving how important he had become. By then, he was already thinking his chance with Brazil might never come. He almost accepted playing internationally for Italy instead. Then, out of nowhere, Brazil finally called him up. He immediately delivered with assists and goals, flying across continents just to help both club and country. Leeds relied heavily on him, especially during their fight to avoid relegation. On the final day of the season, he helped save the club and celebrated emotionally with fans, even fulfilling a promise to cross the pitch on his knees in gratitude. That loyalty made fans adore him even more. Soon after, Barcelona came calling. But from day one, problems appeared. Barcelona's financial struggles delayed his registration. The club had to sell players and cut salaries just to make space. It felt like Raphinha arrived without a clear long-term plan. He was signed as competition for Ousmane Dembélé, yet Dembélé was already improving. Newspapers questioned the transfer, saying Barcelona didn't even need another right winger. So Raphinha often sat on the bench. Still, whenever injuries opened opportunities, he delivered. After the World Cup break, he produced goal after goal, helping Barcelona during tough moments. Yet when money problems returned, he was again the first name mentioned for sale. Even during Messi return rumors, Raphinha's spot seemed threatened. And still, he kept performing. Then came another difficult period with injuries and competition from young talents, but Raphinha didn't complain publicly. Instead, he worked harder. He finished the season with incredible numbers again and performed strongly at Copa America, earning recognition among Brazil's best players in the tournament. At the same time, he rejected huge money offers from Saudi Arabia because he still believed in his European dream. But some fans still wanted him replaced after another winger impressed at an international tournament. Raphinha later admitted seeing fans wearing his shirt with another player's name hurt him deeply. Instead of giving up, he used that pain as motivation. And that's when everything changed. With Hansi Flick arriving as coach, Barcelona's playing style shifted. High pressing and intense attacking suited Raphinha perfectly, something he had learned years earlier under Bielsa. Flick also made a bold decision naming Raphinha as one of the team captains, a rare honor for someone not from Barcelona's academy. Confidence returned, and suddenly, Raphinha exploded. He scored crucial goals, delivered assists, and led from the front. Hat tricks, big game performances, and decisive moments followed. Newspapers that once doubted him now praised his transformation. He broke records, outperformed many Brazilian legends in certain competitions, and finished the season with massive goal contributions as Barcelona won major trophies again. For a while, he even looked like a serious Ballon d'Or contender. But football politics returned. After Barcelona's dramatic Champions League elimination, attention shifted elsewhere. Ballon d'Or rankings changed rapidly, and despite his incredible season, Raphinha finished much lower than expected. Meanwhile, younger stars received more attention. Yet Raphinha reacted with class, congratulating teammates and staying focused on football. And that brings us back to today. A player who fought through rejection, poverty, injuries, bench time, criticism, and constant uncertainty still stands strong. Every time people doubt him, he answers on the pitch. Maybe that's why his story feels so powerful. Because Raphinha represents every player who had to fight twice as hard for half the recognition. And his journey is far from over. The real question now is simple. Will Barcelona finally give him the respect he has earned, or will he once again need to prove himself somewhere else? Only time will tell. Raphinha's story shows that talent alone isn't enough. Resilience matters even more. And sometimes, the players who fight the hardest become the ones fans remember forever. If you enjoyed this story and want more deep football content like this, make sure to like the video and subscribe to the channel so you never miss the next one. See you in the next video.